Hey y'all, welcome back to the Philbilly Moonshine channel. Today I'm going to make some super sweet corn liquor. It's going to be good. You can use fresh corn to make moonshine. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people do. I know a guy that only uses fresh corn. That's all he uses. Usually gets it on corn on the cob. Sometimes he uses this, and it's never bad. It's always good stuff. Let's do this. Oh yeah, it's the second time making this intro because I lost the audio. Before I get started, I want to say something. When I started making this video, this corn was $4 a bag. This is a 4-pound bag from Gordon Foods. They got 1-pound bags at Aldi's for like $1, and they did. Now within a couple weeks, these bags of corn are $7. What's going on with that? Either way, let's make some moonshine, y'all. So your blender full of corn. Add some water. In your pot. Do it till you got about 40 pounds or so. Alright, now you add some water to it. Get a little water in there. I'd say about 3 or 4 gallons. You want it about like that. Now we're going to set up our jig. I'll show you. I made this so I wouldn't have to stand here stirring it the entire time, because there ain't nothing worse than standing there and stirring that thing for 1.5 hours to 2 hours. However long you need to cook it to make it thick. So let's see if it works. Looks like it's working good. Add this amylase. This is high temperature amylase. You're supposed to add 1 milliliter per every pound of grain. So I cooked this for about 2 hours. It'll thicken up a little. Had I not put as much water in it, it'd be real thick. But there's no way there's any starches that didn't get pulled out of that corn. And now it's getting converted with that amylase. So I'm going to let this sit and cool down. And then it'll thin out a little more. It'll thinner out. I love that high temperature amylase. You could use it once it's under 195 degrees. But then, after it cools down, we'll put in the other amylase. I'll show you that too. This is a high temp. I've had this a while. I really don't use it that often. I bought a couple bottles. This is my second one. I used the first one. There's a couple guys on there now that sell it. I think it's called Broken Bones Distillery. They sell some. If you have trouble finding that, Shua and Prohibition, they sell amylase if you can't find it where you're at. I think they got it on Amazon. I'm not sure. I'll ask them. But I got that off eBay a while back, and it works good. It's made by 7-Star. I have the other one. We'll come back to you once this is finished. So it's cooled down quite a bit. I like to go back and add this. This is another kind of amylase. This is beta. The other one was the alpha. The other one was a high temp. I let this cool down when I use this secondary. Let's do it. So we're going to add that in there. Get the rest of them sugars out. Alright, I'm going to move it from here into my trash barrel. My mash barrel. My trash barrel. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. Look how pretty that is. Alright, so I added corn sugar. I think some of y'all call it dextrose. I could be wrong about that. But it's corn sugar. I added corn sugar to that until it was 1.080. I have no idea how many pounds. It's 1.080. That's the important part. I'm going to add yeast. I'm going to add just a little bit of this. I don't go by this. I give it just a little bit. That corn's enough nutrient, you know. I'm going to add just a little bit of this. I incorporated this recently. I incorporated these two things into my mashes recently just because they're cheap. You get them at the brew store. Might as well. So I'm going to add all three of these. I'm going to stir her up. Zip tie. That's good. Plug in? Yep.
Leave this open? You don't need more?
No, I don't need no more. It's just thanks, huh? That's that doo-doo. That's that fucking catfish bait. What that shit smells like, right?
It's gonna be fermenting.
It's catfish bait, son.
Fermenting my lungs right now.
Oh, I think it came undone. Put the lid on it. Wait till it's done fermenting. This bad boy, Copper Steel Co. If you're interested, coppersteelco.com. Let's move our moonshine into our pot. Check this out. She's ready to go. Look at that beautiful, beautiful, sweet, sweet corn water. Gonna move it with this pump from here into there. Time to get the infusion jar ready. So put some more super sweet corn in a blender. Put some moonshine in there with it. Pour our corn in our infuser. Alright, I got it running. So every couple jars, I'm going to infuse. I got some of my corn mixture, put in my infuser. Dump it, it's going to run into my thumper. Infuse that super sweet corn flavor even more into my moonshine. Just open her back up, get her ready by putting more corn in there. Alright, after the full jar of heads, I had 16 jars that I took out of that mash. I'm going to take 6 of them and call that tails. The first jar and the last 5 jars. That's going to be tails. So that leaves me with 10 jars, 10 good drinkable jars. They all smell absolutely amazing. That infusion worked very well. It's pretty damn good, man. I'm telling you right now, it smells and tastes so good. I'm going to blend them, see what proof I have. Probably won't need to proof it down. It started out lower than normal at like 140. And I think this is about 90. And then it just dropped from there. This first jar was the 140. And I don't really care for it. It's still, it don't smell and taste as good as the others. So 10 good jars, man. I'm happy. I'm going to sour mash that mash. Put some back set on it. And I'm going to infuse it when I run the sour mash next. It's going to be great. This is very good to do. Like I said, I know a couple guys that do nothing but this. That's all they do. They do one thing, and that's this. I can't say I blame them, because it's absolutely delicious. I know a guy that knows a guy that used to always bring me jars of this stuff. It's all he ever did. And every time, every drink I ever took of that Shine's been great, just like this. That's it. We'll see y'all later.